here to remind you how beautiful you are.
I'm confusing you a little bit, but because I can't use hate speech, fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on what your opinion is.
Hey everybody, Roger here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I want to talk to you guys today about the Twitter leftist outrage mob at it again. And yes, this information I'm about to talk about is a week. One of them is a week old. The other one is about 2 weeks old. Still, my take on it is going to be a little bit different than a lot of other people. I'm going to bring up something pretty important. Not important, but a lot different than what a lot of people are complaining about. So here they are. A week ago, the movie It came out. It Chapter 2.
Hey, Daddy. I've missed you. Where have you been?
And within It Chapter 2, there is a opening death scene regarding, an opening brutality scene regarding two gay guys. They get beat up, one of them gets killed.
It has to be a joke. I do not believe this is happening. I'm literally about to fucking kill myself, and I'm not kidding. You better fucking fix this shit right now. I literally am gonna die. I need an ambulance. I can't believe.
So one guy on Twitter, and this was followed by a lot of other people later on, actually, getting, having faux outrage about it. This one guy ends up putting this tweet out there. He basically saying, for those of you who are going to go watch It Chapter 2, please look at this as a warning. There is a brutal death scene regarding a gay character. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. In case you've been under a chair since a rock since this novel has been written eons ago. But anyways, he says, yeah, there's a brutal gay death scene and brutal scene, whatever, with gay guys. And he's like, I just want you guys to know it's in the beginning of the movie, and it really made me queasy watching the movie the rest of the way through. So he was upset about it, getting triggered that gay people could actually die in movies. Okay. Hello, there is a lot of movies where a lot of gay people die. Your fake outrage is ridiculous. So So he ends up making that tweet. Everybody, starts responding. Some of them are like, oh, well, thank you for the warning. And the others are like me, where we're like, yeah, gays can be killed in movies too, So makes no sense why you're complaining about this. So he's mad that gays are not indestructible in movies. He's mad that this gay scene is actually in the movie. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring up another argument here in regards to this and why this guy is completely making an ass out of himself. And he is obviously a fair weather fan. This was in the original novel.
You just got slapped across the face, my friend. For kids of all ages. You just got slapped. Oh, that really just happened.
So this was already already written, and this guy suddenly has this fake faux outrage about it, that it should not, they should have changed it, that they should have, the producers and the directors and the actors, they should have pushed harder to make it to where this wasn't shown on screen because it would trigger gay people. Are you saying gay people are weak? Are you saying that? Okay, that's not my argument here, but you are saying that. You're saying that we can't handle shit like this. Well, I got news for you, buddy. We're gay. We die just as easy as other people, straight, black, white, Mexican, whatever otherwise. We die just the same. And number two, Stephen King has already came out quoting this, saying it was very important to add this into the movie. But here's the other thing about that is that, so now you want to have privilege. You don't want to have equal rights. You're fighting for special privilege. That's what this is telling me. You're saying you don't give a shit about any of the other people that died in any of these movies, white, black, Mexican, or otherwise. You just don't want the LGBTQπ community to actually be pissed off. You don't want them to be killed off. You're pissed off because of that. This bleeds into my other argument with the second part here. I'm going to stop with the It Chapter 2 story, and we're going to move on now into the second subject, and that's Dave Chappelle's stand-up comedy routine.
Dave Chappelle talking about trans people is not Dave Chappelle at his finest.
So I watched, I think, 2 of them already, and he pokes fun at everybody in the ones that I've seen. Gay, transgender, whites, Asians. He pokes fun at everybody, blacks. And he does not push back. And the good thing about this, you want to know why this was needed and why, in my opinion, he is a comedic hero for doing this. I was never a big fan of him to begin with. And none of the jokes and the majority of the jokes in these stand-up routines were like, okay, whatever. Some of them made me chuckle, but a lot of them were just like, I roll my eyes and whatever. But then the leftist Twitter outrage mob and the critics, the movie critics, panned it. They were saying, oh, this is completely unacceptable to think that Dave Chappelle would do something like this, make fun of transgenders and whatnot, gay people, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He made fun of everybody. Again, transgenders were pissed off. A lot of transgenders, I'm not saying all of them, hashtag not all, but some of them were pissed off. One of them went on the Young Turks show, and that was, oh God, what is her name? Contrapoints. Contrapoints, a stupid name, but that's just my view. And Roger is a stupid name too, so touche. But Contrapoints goes on the Young Turks show. I believe it's the Young Turks, or the guy that used to be on Young Turks was talking to her. And he asked her, he asked Contrapoints, have you seen the new Dave Chappelle comedy special? No, I haven't.
Before we even got on, I said, did you watch the latest Dave Chappelle stand-up comedy? And you said, no, I'm assuming you have not watched it since we talked.
I've not watched it. I've seen the excerpts that are about trans people. I haven't watched the whole special.
Yeah.
Then why are you asking for her opinion? She is delivering this opinion about Dave Chappelle's comedy special that she hasn't even seen, he or she or whatever hasn't even seen, and is getting offended by, oh, in this day and age, we shouldn't be doing this and this and this and this. Okay, number one, you're an idiot. If you haven't seen it, you shouldn't have an opinion on it. I've seen him. They're funny. He makes fun of everybody, not just LGBTQπ community. So now I'm going to go to where my view is a little bit a different take on it than a lot of other people out there. Regarding it and the gay death and the fake outrage mob coming out saying gays should not have been killed in this movie, it should have been changed to be a straight gender couple or something else. People coming out against Dave Chappelle, making fun of trans people and making people laugh. The LGBTQπ community want special privilege. They don't want equal rights because, again, are they pissed off that anybody else died in the It movie? No. Are they pissed off that anybody else was made fun of in the Dave Chappelle skit? No. For the most part, no. The majority of the LGBTQπ community and the support, I guess what you would call them, what do you call them? The allies. I fucking hate that word, allies. They're mad because they're making fun of the LGBTQπ community, and that what that tells me is that you guys, the LGBTQπ community, want special privileges. They want privileges above every other American. They don't want equal rights. Now you see this is another reason why I left the LGBTQπ community. I love saying that. It just has a nice ring to it. But this is another round of evidence showing that you're not fighting for equality. You're fighting for things that don't matter anymore. You're fighting to make sure you get special privileges, to make sure that you're not hated on, to make sure that you can be forced to serve even when people don't want to serve you. Look, I say you because yes, I am gay, but I'm not forcing people to serve me. I don't give a shit if they don't want to serve me. That's what Yelp is for. That's what Google reviews are for. If you want to basically tell somebody else out there in the community, hey, this business doesn't want to serve me, go put it on a social platform. Do that. You don't have to force them to serve you. I mean, my God, what would they do to your food? First of all, but secondly, actually, first of all, this goes against their right to refuse service. If they don't want to serve you, so the fuck what? Go somewhere else. Write a review about it and move on your day. At the end of the day, that review will either start catering to that business to stay afloat, or be such a negative, depending on the area, that this business will not stay afloat for long. It happens, you know. It's like let the power of people and their choices actually make the difference here. Don't force people to do things that they don't want to do. Yeah, overall, that's my take. You guys gays want special privilege. They don't want equal rights. That's why I left years ago. It's nonsense. It's stupid. There's nothing more to fight regarding the LGBTQπ community anymore. We already have enough rights. We are equal amongst all of our straight, gay, whatever friends, black, white, whatever otherwise. In America, we have this privilege here. We are privileged. There is nothing that we should be arguing about at this point in time. Let's move on from this fucking mess. Go watch it. Who cares if gay people die in the beginning of it? It's fantasy. Are you outraged that women in the Middle East are being, you know, pushed aside by the morality police because they're not wearing a hijab? Are you outraging for that? Are you outraging for gays being, you know, thrown off of roofs, being stoned to death? Are you outraged about things that are happening in other countries that deserve your attention?
Do you hear that? What is it? It's Melinda. Nope.
It's not me.
There's a cricket.
Just wait. Listen.
Are you outraged about the Libyan channel where blacks are now sold as slaves nowadays? No, nobody's outraged about this shit. We're outraged at privileged fucking crap right now. You're outraged because of a movie? You're outraged because of a comedy show? Because somebody has the right to say something? I'm glad Dave Chappelle stepped up and did what he did. I'm glad Stephen King, even though I don't like the guy, I'm glad he left this in the movie. It just goes to show we have nothing. We're so privileged. We now argue about dumb shit. We now have fake outrage for dumb shit. That's how privileged we are. Anyways, that is my take. Another reason to get off the bandwagon of the LGBTQπ movement and just start going your own way, be your own person. You know, I fight for equality for all. I don't give a rat's ass who you are, what your background is, what your religious choice is. I don't give a shit about that. Once you start to do harm to other people, or once you start to say that you want special privileges above other people, that's when I have a problem. That's when a lot of people like me have a problem with it as well. Shape up or ship out. Anyways, like, hate, subscribe, unsubscribe, share, don't share. I do love it all. Peace out.
But for some reason, people just have infinite patience for doing the exact same transphobic joke again and again and again. And so part of me suspects that this is not, does anyone really find that joke hilarious anymore? It's almost more this kind of stubbornness, it seems to me. Like they resent having been told not to make the joke. They resent having been told not to make the joke.
Whatever, I'll do what I want. It's my hot body, I'll do what I want.
There's a video where the trans YouTuber Gigi Gorgeous, who's this like, you know, femme, beautiful trans woman, talks about like how she had to go to a sperm bank for she's trying to you know, have a baby. And being a woman in a sperm bank, that's hilarious. That's worth 10 minutes on stage as a comic.